I'll never forget the day that changed my life. Falling 30 feet at a construction job site to near death and pleading for God's help as I laid there fading away. Not only did God save me, but allow me a second chance at life. You better be sure I wasn't going to waste it. But not just that. With this second chance, I made it my mission to spread God's light. But how can I spread His light each and every single day with these new life-altering injuries and still afford to provide for my family? Then it hit me. What if I was able to combine the two? But now the second question, and the most important, how can I serve people that are in need of God's light, which is absolutely critical to my mission, while also serving those who are already following His light? How do I reach both sides? And what kind of products serve both? Through much prayer and a bit of imagination, Eternal Light was born. But it was still just a vision. And man, that vision was big. A huge part of the vision was trying to figure out, how can we donate proceeds to other Christian ministries all around the world? Through much research, what we came to find is a lot of ministries, especially in other countries, aren't necessarily looking for money. They're looking for materials like clothing, pencils, and backpacks, things like that. With that newfound inspiration in mind, we settled on t-shirts as one of our core products. Not only because we can donate them to those in need, but we can make them fun and get creative with the designs that'll pass on the Word of God. And the best part, those who wear them will also be a part of spreading God's light. Now is the hardest stage of all, getting started. Let me tell you, we took off running. We prayed and asked God for guidance each and every night. We set up a small storage building behind our house to run our operation in. And on top of that, trying to run and grow a business without any money, that was so hard. But when that first t-shirt came off the press for the first time, we knew that despite all this financial risk, that it was worth it to trust in His plan. And from that little storage building, we grew and moved into our first real warehouse. Within the next year, we had outgrown that building and moved to our current location, which is a 65,000 square foot facility. Many have mentioned in passing how lucky we are, and I keep saying back, everything you see was through the guidance of God. Everything is because of His guidance. One of the biggest questions we get from our customers, believe it or not, is how are these t-shirts made and what goes into it? The answer is quite complicated because the process is far more involved than anyone would think. Needless to say, it's quite the undertaking. Before anything, it all starts with design. We come up with all kinds of designs, but only a few actually make it to print. Once a design has been chosen, we take that design and burn it into a screen. Now you might be asking, what in the world is a screen? A screen is basically a frame that has a mesh in it. It's kind of like a screen door mesh. And we etch the image of the t-shirt that we want to print onto that mesh. And then that's what allows the ink to pass over into the t-shirt. Once the screen is ready, we move on to creating the colors. We have hundreds of colors that we can combine to get the exact color that we need for the design. And here's a fun fact for you. Without the proper drying process, this ink will never dry, even after years. To To mix the correct color, we use a special design software that will tell us which colors to combine together to get the exact color that we're looking for. And this is all measured by weight, so it might be half a pound of white ink, 50 grams of blue, and 30 grams of yellow, just to get the exact color we're looking for. And once that's all put together, we mix it up and bring it over to the printers. And keep in mind, this is just one color. Some designs have 5 colors, or even 7 colors. From there, we grab our custom, super soft t-shirts that are specifically made for us. And I mean, these are really, really soft. The first step is to isolate all the different sizes and get the labels printed. And this machine right here, it prints the labels so that everything is tagless. Once printed, a quick heat seal seals in the ink and it's dried instantly. Now that the label is printed, we take the t-shirts over to the machine to print the actual design. Shirts are added individually, and just like the label press, ink is pressed into the shirt. This shirt, in particular, has multiple colors. Once the white is done, it'll get a quick heat seal and move on to the next color. And here goes the yellow. And there goes the red. And as you can see, this shirt is coming together. And once all the colors have been pressed onto the t-shirt, it swings back around to be removed. We'll then lay the shirt up on this huge heater to make sure everything in the design is completely sealed and dry. Once the shirt has gone through the heater, it's labeled with an inventory tag. Then the shirt is put up onto this really awesome folding machine. How many of you would like this in your house, sitting right next to your washer and dryer? I know I would. The folded shirt is picked up and stacked by size. We then box it up and it's ready for inventory. This is quite the trek to our inventory area. And finally, they're placed in the appropriate bin. When orders come in, we know exactly where to go to grab it for you. We do this so that we can get all of our orders out really quickly. Now, let me show you how we ship these things.